What's up, YouTube? Tenchi Arizonia, the angry Dracolope of the Jackalope crew here. And earlier on today, guys, I was having a conversation with James Harris, the Junkyard Fox. And during that conversation, he said to me, you should make that quarantine tag video that's going around. So, James, if you're watching this, that is what I am doing right now. Now, I took the questions from James' video. Thankfully, he had them in the description of his video, and I chose to use 11 of those questions. So, without further ado, I'm going to cut this video, bring the questions up on my computer screen, and then record me answering the questions. Hopefully you enjoy this video, and I will see you shortly. Okay, so I'm back. I have the 11 questions on my computer screen, and I have a drink in the form of Pepsi Max. So, question 1. How many rolls of TP do you have at this moment? Well, guys, you don't need to worry. I am not running short on TP. I am not like Cornholio, out of TP and needing TP from my bunghole. Anyone who doesn't get that clearly did not grow up with MTV. No, I actually live with someone else, and at the moment the stockpile in our house is 72 rolls of TP. That is several packs of 24. 3 if I'm not mistaken. So, 72 rolls of TP, we're nowhere near short. That's question 1 answered. And no, before you ask, no, we weren't hoarding it. We weren't panic buying, it's just stock levels that we keep on top of as a general rule of thumb, in case the store we shop at runs out under normal circumstances. Anyway, that's question 1 answered. On to question 2. And yes, I am looking off to one side because I have to read the questions. Question 2. What has been the biggest change since the lockdown? Well, honestly, guys, I'm not really much of a social person. So, the social distancing hasn't really affected me. The lockdown, on the other hand, has been a bit of a pain in my ass because I cannot get out to some of the areas I would usually record at, so I've been restricted to recording here in my home office as well as in my backyard. It's also kind of affected other things in the house. As I said, I do live with someone else, and usually we go to the barbers fortnightly. At the moment, because the barbers are all shut, we're having to cut each other's hair. Fortunately, we have a pair of wild clippers, so not a problem, as I always have a clipper cut anyway, and he has his basically zero, basically a head shave. So the biggest change really has been, for me, the fact that I cannot get out to some of my recording spots, as some of them are quite a distance away, and public transport is very restricted here in the UK at the moment. So that would be the biggest change since the lockdown. The lack of social interaction really isn't a big deal, because I'm not a social person anyway, don't like big crowds. So hey, win-win. Apart from the fact, yeah, as I said, can't get to my usual recording spots, which is a bit of a pain in the ass. It gets a bit boring doing the same recording setting all the time. Anyway, I believe that is question 2 answered in a significant manner. So let's move on to question 3. Where are you currently parked or docked? Well, guys, I don't own an RV and I don't live on a houseboat. So I am parked / docked where my house was built, in the south of the UK, in the county of Dorset. Roughly a 15-minute walk from the coast. Basically, if I walk out that way, behind my camera, 15 minutes and I'm at the local beach. So that answers question 3. And that was quite an easy one. Before I move on to question 4, let me have a drink. Question 4. What have you gone without recently? Well, I'd say the biggest thing that I've gone without recently is my frequent trips to some of my outdoor recording spots, as well as being able to go to the barbers to get a proper haircut. Albeit I do have my haircut done by clippers, so it's not too big of a deal. The biggest thing I've had to go without really is access to some of my outdoor recording spots because of the restrictions on public transport. And other than that, I've had to go without being able to order any cigars, to be honest, or any pipe tobacco, because my local tobacco shop is also shut. Motherfucker. And yes, I swore there because fuck, I hate that it is shut, because it has a really good selection of pipe tobaccos and quite a good selection of cigars, both of which I am partial to from time to time. So at the moment I'm having to make do with my current stock, which is beginning to dwindle, at least in terms of cigars. I have plenty of pipe tobacco, to be honest. Other than that, other than those, what else have I gone without recently? Well, up until last Wednesday, we weren't able to get out much, which hasn't really changed much for me, because I haven't been able to replace any of my fishing tackle to enable me to go out and do fishing, because my local tackle shop is also shut. So things I've gone without are things that basically aren't necessary to live in, but things that I enjoy doing, like going out fishing or going out to various outdoor recording spots that I usually frequent. Pardon me. So really, it's only minor things that I've gone without. Things that are easily handled. The biggest thing is I'm going kind of stir crazy. Anyway, question 4 answered. Question 5. What are you most grateful for? Well, this is going to sound kind of sappy, guys, but the thing I am most grateful for, and the thing that keeps me sane most of the time, especially during these times, is my YouTube channel and the friends I have made through that YouTube channel, such as Wingman115, Robert R. Ricks, Cutlery Lover, James Harris, the Junkyard Fox, obviously, the Alchemical Gamer, good friend of mine, by the way. The friends I've made through YouTube, almost forgot Nut Job with a Machete. The friends I've made through having my YouTube channel, I am highly grateful for them in these times, because they allow me to keep some semblance of sanity. I'm not saying I'm completely sane, but yeah, I'm grateful for my friends and subscribers, my viewers, and even my followers on Instagram. I'm grateful for all the contacts I've been able to make and maintain because of my YouTube channel. I know that sounds kind of sappy, but that's question 5 answered. Question 6. What do you miss the most? Well, I've already covered that in question 2 and question 4. What do I miss the most? I seriously miss being able to get out to some of my outdoor recording spots. And surprisingly, I didn't think I'd miss this, but because I haven't done it in years, but I seriously miss fishing, and I miss camping. I never thought I'd miss those things. I hadn't done them in years, but now that I can't actually do them, I'm seriously missing them. And that is kind of surprising to me. Never thought I'd miss fishing, because most of the people I used to go fishing with aren't around anymore. But yeah, I seriously do miss going fishing, and when this is all over, whether I get moved or not, I'm going to have to get some more fishing equipment and take up fishing again and include that on my YouTube channel. It's just another notch in the belt to me in that case. But yeah, surprisingly, I actually do miss fishing, and I certainly miss getting out to some of my recording spots. One in particular, which overlooks the sea. I specifically miss that location. Pardon me again. Pepsi's kind of gassy. Yeah, aside from fishing, what else do I miss the most? Well, aside from fishing and aside from being able to get out to my recording spots and such, what else do I miss the most? Well, that is what I miss the most, to be honest with you. I miss being able to get out to some of my recording spots, the more scenic ones. One locally, which is in a large park, can't get to that at the moment, and the Overcliff one overlooking the sea. Those are what I miss the most. As I said, I'm not an overly social person. I do not like crowds of people. Although I will say one thing I did miss this year, and I only found out about it this year, was the comic book convention that's held in my town. So I missed going to that as well. Fuck. But yeah, miss most. As I said in questions 2 and questions 4, I miss being able to get out to my beautiful, beautiful recording spots. Go and look at some of my older videos, you'll see them. And there's one that's like a little woody walk that I go to. That is the one I miss the most, the woodland walk area. Wooded walk. It's actually an area called Fisherman's Walk, but covered in trees. I really do miss that spot. It's my favourite spot to record when I'm out and about. Okay. Let's go on to question 7, because I think that really answered question 6 really well. As I've answered question 5 already. Just double checking. Yeah, I did. Question 7. How long has it been since you've been at a campsite? Whoo, Jesus, guys, you had to ask, didn't you? You had to ask that one question. Honestly, guys, whenever I've camped, it's never been at a campsite. No, never. I've never actually been to a campsite. I've only ever camped outside of a campsite. I've done some stories about times I've been camping. You can look those up on my channel. They're part of my spooky story times, so just go to the story time section of my channel and you'll see one about when I've been camping. But no, never camped at a campsite, guys, only ever on farmlands, basically. So that's question 7 answered. Let's go to question 8. What's your favourite quarantine food? Well, guys, me and my housemate shop at Aldi. I'm pretty sure you have Aldis in the States, but pardon me again. One of my favourite things from Aldi that we've been able to get throughout the quarantine is actually a cake called a caramel slice, and there's another one as well called a frangipane. Those are my 2 favourite quarantine foods. I hate to admit it, but they're kind of junk food, really sweet cakes, but yeah, they're my favourite. Specifically the caramel slices, because they are basically, allow me to describe them here. On the very top of the caramel slice you have milk chocolate, then you have a caramel, and the base is shortbread. Absolutely fucking gorgeous, guys. Honestly, those are my favourite quarantine food, because they're the one thing that has been ample throughout the quarantine at my local Aldi's. So, yeah, even though it's a junk food thing, that's been my favourite. In terms of non-junk food items, this may surprise you, Aberdeen Angus steak. And I don't suppose I should class that as a quarantine food, apart from the fact that I keep several in the freezer. and whenever I use one, it gets replaced. So I've always got at least 3 steaks in the freezer. And some burgers, also Aberdeen Angus. So instead of Aberdeen Angus steak, I'm going to say my favourite quarantine non-junk food is Aberdeen Angus beef. And my favourite quarantine junk food is caramel slices. It's the small things, guys. They're really good, to be honest. The caramel slices and the Aberdeen Angus beef. So yeah, food-wise, not much will actually change by the quarantine, but they're my favourite quarantine foods that I have access to. So let's see. That was question 8. Question number 9. How are you exercising doing workouts? Well, that's the thing, guys. I am not actually managing to do much exercise or much workout, except when I'm actually setting up my videos out in the backyard. And actually I've got a big piece of rubble in the backyard from when a chimney breast was taken down. I generally do some push-ups off that, or basically lift it, because it is quite heavy. It's about 15-20 kilograms. Aside from that, doing the weekly grocery shops, because those are pretty intensive as well. Because I have to do all the heavy lifting. My housemate cannot do heavy lifting due to a back injury. So yeah, the weekly groceries, setting up my videos out in the backyard and doing some push-ups off of a bit of rubble. Not really that interesting, come to think about it. Anyway, that's question 9 answered. Probably not a very satisfactory answer, but that's it. Who am I challenging next? Question 10. Who are you challenging next? Well, this is easy. If you watch this video, or if you are subscribed to me, you are challenged. If you haven't already done this challenge, you are challenged. So that's who I'm challenging. And question 11. This is the one I've been dying to get to, guys. Pardon me. Excuse me while I have a little bit of a drink again. Pepsi Max. Good even when it's flat. Question 11. What good has come from this? Where is the silver lining? Question 11. What good has come from this? Where is the silver lining? Well, there is one good thing that's come from this, despite the fact that I'm having to do all my videos either in my office space here or in my backyard. And that good is, if I can actually get it without knocking anything down, I can put a blade on my hip. This one is my Black Bear Bowie machete. And normally I would not be able to wear a fixed blade on my hip if I was going to be going out, for example, because UK knife laws being what they are, we cannot carry anything greater than 3 inches in blade length. That is a folding, non-locking knife. It has to be maximum 3-inch blade length, folding, non-locking knife. So something like this recently acquired, if I can find the right damn blade. Here we are. Something like this I can legally carry, but something like this I cannot legally carry. So the good side, the good that has come from this quarantine, and the silver lining is the fact that I can put one of these on my hip, do my videos in my backyard while wearing these, and thus in the future when I do more videos on these blades, I can tell you how comfortable they are to carry, because I've actually been carrying them around the house and in the backyard. So that is question 11, which is the last question on the list. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been a bit of a long one, but if you want to blame anyone for that, blame the amazing, the Junkyard Fox, James Harris. Anyway, That's all for now. If you like it, please subscribe, comment, and share. And remember, be good to each other.
I'm the Dracolope, bitch.